Alright guys, welcome back with me Brandon. Sekarang kita akan masuk ke dalam match kedua antara Rrq melawan Burmese Ghouls ya guys ya.
Terrifying her kid as well, kind of helping around the kind of really skirmishes that'll happen here, and you have to respect her damage as well. So this is a lot better. Like, I like the Valentino a lot better than the Faramis. I know Faramis, you know, some people will be like, oh, you can build them in a certain way, pick up a certain emblem, and you could have great damage on a Faramis. Yeah, you could, but you know, this I like this better because it also goes back to what they did yesterday in one of their quickest games, 12 minutes. And just like we saw in the previous game, it was a very quick game from Rrq Hoshi. So I feel like the pieces this puzzle for the exactly what they need.
Boleh kali dihilangin buka casternya, woi. Cok, gimana gua penonton? Oi, baru dihilangin, cok. Oke, udah dimulai. Nah, ini ada escape-nya ini, mantap.
Early action as well. But yeah, anything standing out of the ordinary here for you, Kim?
Oke. Saksa di sini menggunakan Baxia, Lilo and Stitch menggunakan Bruno ya guys ya.
Again, that's gonna be crucial too, especially since Rrq has all of these setups, right? You got the Minone.
Yang pakai Ruby ternyata banana ya, gue pikir Brusco. Brusco di sini kembali lagi untuk menggunakan Minotaur ya guys ya.
Dari Zen, pesan Epos gak diajak karena Dark System 1 kata lucu M-Wang.
Oke, kita lihat.
Already, Saksa gonna take some damage, but again, these are, you know, very tanky heroes that don't have a ton of damage right now, so no one gonna go
Waduh,
down.
hati-hati Brusco. Kok ini jadi sangat-sangat agresif gini ya guys ya. Gue berharap game ini sih bakal sedikit agak berat, tapi tetap ujung-ujungnya Rrq yang menang.
Bang mau tanya anggota KPPS sekarang kerjanya apa ya?
Waduh, gak tahu ya. Dan ternyata beneran ya, bakal agak sedikit berat ya guys ya. Ayo, latihan Rrq. Early game berat, abis itu ngebantai lagi seperti kemarin-kemarin ya guys ya. Pindah facecam, apanya pindah facecam? Itu facecam Rrq udah benar di kanan, goblok.
To level 4 right before a major objective like the turtle, which is really good, right? You need all of these great ultimates to pick up. Right now, it's all up to Nico whether you want to pick up that Minotaur's ultimate or whether even if you want to go for Octa's ultimate here would be great. Burmese Ghouls started out real strong. Now they're looking to take in this first turtle game, and so far Rrq after that those first two pickoffs actually, they're kind of
anjing langsung di burst Brusco-nya guys. Anjing Brusco-nya hampir mati. Gila, Irat sampai nge-cover loh. Oke, kita lihat di sini Skylar masih belum mau ikut war, langsung kembali lagi ke arah atas untuk mendapatkan gold ya guys ya. Banana mati juga, double kill tapi untuk Octa, it's okay. Double kill ditukar oleh double kill ya guys ya. Gila, Delar udah dapat 2 assist guys, ngeri kali ya Delar ini ya. Brusco sampai sekarang belum level 4 loh guys.
But this was a great play here from both teams. I mean, a lot of response back and
Oh,
forth.
tapi sekarang udah level 4 sih.
Let's go. By Burmese Ghouls.
Yeah, I like the clap back there of Rrq. They kind of like, okay, you know what? Burmese Ghouls is going full aggressive. They actually went in for the full aggression too.
Aduh, keangkat lagi tapi masih ada purify, santai.
Burmese Ghouls is like
ayo Skylar, ajari si Lilo and Stitch itu untuk cara bermain Cloudy yang baik dan benar ya guys ya. Oke, mantap kali.
Even here on the top side, we have to check the laning phase here of Stitch and Skylar, and so far Skylar has been doing well up against this Bruno. As compared to earlier, like a lot of poke here coming out from both of our marksmen.
Aduh, mati gak anjing. Skill 2-nya Skylar pinter banget ke situ. Wah gila, coveran Irat sama Brusco. Ngeri banget coverannya anjing.
10.000 dari Dilan. Pesan, Bang kasih tahu Edbert kalau main biliar itu yang disodok bola bukan kasirnya yang disodok.
Edbert, kamu tuh kalau main biliar tuh sodok bola, bukan sodok kasirnya ya goblok.
And it looks like Burmese Ghouls still wants to put the pressure here in the top side. Irad gonna spot Blink out. Trying to get a little bit of extra gold here for Stitch, but ultimately resulting in nothing for now.
Yeah, you see how Burmese Ghouls also positioned themselves over on the top side, right? Kind of anticipating that RRQ Hoshi might actually create some pressure here up against Stitch. As long as he's fine, right? As long as he's able to get in his first 2 items, that should be good. Which is actually pretty much what the Burmese Ghouls has been doing so far here. 4 minutes in, they've been taking all of the turtles, and not to mention, like, I want to point out that Saksa has been getting all of the kills too, which is really good for a Baksha here in the early game. If you think about it, it's not easy, right? To have this Baksha. You got the Nana, you got all of these frontliners, you got the taunt from the Fred Rin, so it's not gonna be easy to go.
Gila, networknya RRQ kalah loh.
As long as they can.
Gila, ini game kedua ini panas nih kayak Burmese Ghouls ini ya guys ya. Oke, Turtle, kita lihat Brusco langsung memberikan monteknya, ada beras itu mendapatkan Turtle dari Irat ya guys ya. Woi gila, setup yang luar biasa yang gak akan dimiliki oleh publik anjing. Dolar mati ya, dolar mati. Anjing masih selamat. Okta! Anjing! Satu skill satu dari banana dan kita lihat mulai tumbang satu persatu dari Burmese Ghouls. Mereka semua bijinya mulai dicabuli ya guys ya. Nice banget. Kita lihat langsung rotasi anjing. Ini rotasi player RRQ gak ada hentinya anjing. Wah gila cok, sumpah cok. Anjing rapi banget RRQ mainnya anjing. Rotasinya gak berhenti tai cocok. Ih rapi banget anjing, bener-bener cok. Demen banget gua cocok. Okta langsung ngeblok dari belakang. Brusco ngeblok dari tengah. Skylar langsung blessing duet front Skylar. Kelas.
It's pretty much even with all the action here, and now it's the 5-5 even across the board.
Yeah, if the economy is kind of equal, what you kind of take a look at is, do they have the map control? How's their goal
guys,
doing?
jangan lupa ya, baju gua masih gua obral. Lagi ngabisin gudang. Stok-stok terakhir baju gua. Langsung kalian beli di Shopee-nya Use Your Brain. Linknya ada di description ya guys ya. Waduh, gila, banana keangkat lagi. Mati dong. Aduh, terlalu sakit cok damage dari Bruno-nya anjing.
Great setup once again, spatial migration into the Requiem, able to get a kill now.
Gila ini Bruno ini problem juga ya guys ya.
You know, you have to look at who has this kind of advantage, right? And space-wise, yeah, it's RRQ. They've got 2 turrets. Burmese Ghouls, though, they don't care right now, and they're going to be making their way to this next objective, the turtle. If they can secure this one,
diskon guys, diskon, semuanya diskon 50% guys. Dari 100.000 sampai 125.000 ya baju gua ya.
Burmese Ghouls getting the first turret of the game for themselves here on the top side with Delar doing the work. But nothing committing just yet. They're going to back off. Saksa going in with the rest of the team. Nico has the guy offended himself. Goes in right.
Anjing, Brusco aja ditarik. Anjing, Brusco-nya di burst tai. Apa banget cok Brusco di burst anjing. Gak jelas tai. Wah, RRQ gak ada tank depan sini. Ini berharap dari banananya ini guys ya. Oke, kita lihat di sini Turtle pun masih di reset. Brusco udah hidup, akan langsung on the way ke arah Turtle ya guys ya. Ayo, combo bakso urat lagi yuk. Come on. Combo bakso urat lagi ya guys ya. Biji berurat dan biji bakso akan menghancurkan segalanya ya guys ya. Oke, gak ada yang terkena Guinevere.
Blink could be in trouble here. Skylar.
Wah, tumben Skylar. Mr. Bombastic.
So they're happy with it. Delar able to get the next turret down on the bottom side. So trade at cross map objectives for now.
Oke, Turtle udah berhasil diamankan kembali, santai.
I think it's a point that the Burmese Ghouls kind of understands that RRQ Hoshi, yeah, okay, they've been winning in all of these team fights so far. So Delar, I like what he's doing, and this was what he has been doing even in the group stage, right? Creating the space for Burmese Ghouls, and you really need this, especially in the current meta that everybody really loves to go for team fights, and sometimes you don't even notice it. You don't really have that space in the map. It's gonna be harder to go for those team fights, especially like once these turrets are down, you kind of have to send someone back in, so it's gonna be like -1 when it comes to the team fight. So not only do you have to join in the team fights, you have
Dan jangan lupa untuk selalu top up di picketstore.id ya guys ya.
been doing so far.
Selalu top up di
For the side of Burmese Ghouls.
bigcastore.id, oke? Terbaik, tercepat,
and with
dan
that,
termurah, guys.
right,
Linknya ada di
is,
description
the
juga,
main
oke?
thing is building up enough time for this thing for Skylar here. Now, once again in the mid lane, they want to go ahead and duke it out. Brusco taking a ton
Anjing,
of
banyak
damage.
banget
Goes over
saksanya,
the jump,
Cok.
Gets the Minoan Fury as well, but look at the backside. Nico's going to be the one to fall, and now Irad holding Stitch back.
Ayo Irat, awe harus mati tuh Bruno-nya. Nice. Dapat 2 dan dapat marksman-nya juga ya guys ya. Malah Baxianya gak mati anjing, masih 304, Cok.
10.000 dari Metapaus. Pesan, live pertandingan Onik Gabang.
Kayaknya enggak nih, brother. Nanti kita lanjut live streaming buat push rank nanti malam ya guys ya.
Not sure he's actually still in the chase there, by the way, on the live cam. But what a setup and what a play
Cakep
here
sih.
from our.
Tapi sumpah, Cok, Rrq ini beberapa match terakhir ini mereka selalu bisa mengembalikan keadaan walaupun awalnya mereka tertekan ya guys ya. Kalian lihat tuh.
Yep. Well, he was
Di zoning sampai tolol musuhnya,
taking that,
anjing.
second tier tower there on the bottom side. And if you look
Okta
at the
biji
goal queue,
tatanan aja, Ken. Apa, Cok?
Rrq Hoji is managing pretty well up against the Burmese Ghouls here, but it's
Dan kita lihat Lord sudah dimulai oleh Irat.
yeah, 1,000
Wah, apa sih
gold lead
anjing,
at least here
patah-patah
for the side of
mulu, tai.
RRQ.
Nggak jelas.
If they manage to take this Lord, this should be at least a
Kemarin
little bit
kita
more
nonton yang
space
channel
for them to
Rusia nggak
take
pernah
at least all of
begini
the
ya.
second tier taps here for Burmese Ghouls. Again, the space for their side, and not to mention, like if you look at Skylar's stats, 203 on this Claude, you saw in that last replay that he was already shredding apart all these tanky front lines that the Burmese Ghouls had with just one blazing duet.
Yeah, and with that, I mean.
Kadang-kadang
11 minutes in, you're quite beefy on this Claude here for Skylar, and it's showing, right? A lot of the times, even if Brusco was out there, you know, some people might be like, "Oh, Brusco, what are you doing?" But a lot of the times, he's actually able to be a nuisance so much on this Minotaur.
Lord sudah berjalan dari arah tengah. Ini kayaknya bakal ngancurin turret yang kedua dulu sih guys ya.
That's just how it's been so far. But now that they're playing around this Lord here, you can see Delar still
Banana nggak kena ya
on the top
ultinya.
side. He picks up the Malefic Roar. He's gonna go ahead and try to get that. But
Ih, ngapain sih tuh Valentinanya iseng banget tarik-tarik Ruby guys. Iseng banget ya anjing. Buset, Iratnya udah banyak banget itu ya. Dan kita lihat Delar dengan sangat pintar. Nge-cut lane di arah atas.
So again, Delar is just trying to find what he can here, Kim.
Now it seems like this was the same case. Like this Paquito seems to be a staple choice here for the Burmese Ghouls, not only for Delar. There was also a time in the group stage that this was the thing that Nico has been doing. And taking a look at the items here so far, it is going to be, wow, Skylar at least leading in terms of a gold lead here right now. 9,000.
Duit Skylar sih selalu kayak ngerampok anjing. Udah mau 10.000 ya guys ya. Duit Bruno-nya baru 9.000 guys.
10.000 dari Cindi. Pesan, yuk yang mau join meme Cindi spesial.
Cindi, kamu tuh jangan jual diri terus ya Cindi. Kau punya PP itu sudah kelebaran Cindi. Stop jual diri, oke?
It's really tough to deal with because you also got to catch him, right? The way that he's going to use that BMI to kind of get out of some of these situations. Octa picking up a Divine Glaive as well. Minoan Fury with the flicker combination goes through. Look at them getting whittled down. Saxa could be in trouble. There's the knockup though.
Mati tuh saksanya. Akhirnya saksanya mati ya guys ya. Kita lihat Delar. Wih, Delar masih licin banget anjing. Masih GG cok Delarnya guys.
Still 30 seconds away from this Lord, but RRQ finds a kill.
Yeah, the swing of the gold too from 38
10.000 dari PLG. Pesan, Okta Deka Katek biji kahwa.
Okta gak punya biji anjing.
RRQ was willing to commit that clash. Like Saxa was right in the middle. Skylar having that insane amount of burst, plus Octa too. So it's not going to be easy for a Baksha to just roll in when you have the Molina onto him. Actually, if you take a look at the replay, you might actually catch it. He gets in that Minoan.
Okay, Lord sudah akan dimulai ya guys ya.
Set things up here for both Octa and Skylar to just free hit him. Now it's going to be the first and
Permainan network sudah 4.000 untuk RRQ di sini.
Let's see, Burmese Ghouls, do they actually want to try to pull something off? Saxa could come down to it. Nico holding on to that Ruby ultimate once again. Rrq knows what's up. Delar also positioning here. They're gonna have to go for it. Praise's Wrath gonna come down. Irad able to secure it though.
Gila itu Baxia. Berusaha banget coba buat kontes Lordnya anjing.
In trouble, gets I'm offended combination here. Flickers on out. Delar couldn't do anything but
Ya, 5 detik lagi Lord akan keluar. Let's go.
Ready to make the power play.
Oh, I like the attempt there of Saksa to try and steal in with the Lord. Roll in and click that retribution. But I think Burmese Ghouls kind of was trying to go for maybe possibly a split push. Like if you look at that particular moment when Saksa was going to try to go in, like you see Delar and Stitch gonna try to make a move on that mid lane, but it's a little bit too late now because Enhanced Lord for the side of Rrq, they can take all of the inhibitors here. They don't have a good amount of burst to take down the front line.
Yeah.
But here comes Irad.
Oke, Lord sudah masuk dan kita damage dari Skylar. Sudah tidak ada obat ya guys ya. Delar, wajing Delarnya masih bertahan, cok.
From Delar though, so it's a 1-for-1 for now. Can they hold it together? Blink gonna be able to jump in. Takes quite a bit of damage himself. The flicker comes through.
Hati-hati, cok. Hati-hati sama Delarnya, cok. Kita lihat Nikonya masih
10.000
tumbakan.
dari Gary Katiandaho, pesan, sorry telat bang.
Halo, Gary Ketiandaho. Aduh, besok kayaknya nggak bisa nonton yang Inggris juga sih, guys. Patah-patah banget anjing, nggak tahu kenapa, cok. Dan Delar pun ditumbangkan. Apakah ini akan menjadi endgame untuk Burmese Ghouls ya, guys ya? Ini ada lower bracket, upper bracket nggak sih, guys? Apa yang udah kalah berarti udah selesai aja gitu?
Yeah, if they overcommit there, they could have been punished
10.000
there by
dari
Stitch,
Merbebek,
who also has,
pesan Okta biji inti bumi
all
aja
the
Ken.
items
Apa
that,
hubungannya,
Maxim used right in the
anjing?
late game, and by this time, like 16 minutes in mid to late
Kalah
game,
pulang. Oh,
everybody
kalah langsung
has
pulang ini ya.
what they need to be able to go up against their
Anjing,
opponents.
ngeri
But what
banget ya
Rrq
turnamen ini ya.
has here,
Kalah
as
langsung
compared to
pulang
Burmese
anjing.
Ghouls, is the burst damage. You've seen it in the Nana, that was like 2 hits onto Saksa. He
Yeah.
also has the Athena's shield there, so even that wasn't able to counter it out. And not to mention,
Emang ya.
notice his
Om
emblem here right
Om
now.
Putin ini
that
nggak mau pusing, guys,
additional,
orangnya, guys.
burn that you
Lu
get
kalah ya lu
when you
pulang
counter
gitu
your
loh, cok.
skills, from
Cao
that
Cibe
emblem
kata
from
dia,
Okta.
guys.
So, kinda
Dia udah nggak mau
hard
ada
for
pusing,
tanky
ada lower
frontline
bracket,
Burmese.
lower
So
bracket.
they're gonna have to
Apa itu
rely
lower
on,
bracket kata
Stitch
dia,
here.
cok?
And even Blink. Then again, same case from what they had in game number 1. Great solid front line, but no one to kind of answer out to the back line here of Rrq because Delar's busy pushing, right? Delar's busy pushing. There's no one to take down the Nana, no one to take down Skylar, who is also very mobile here as a Claude.
When you're looking at Rrq Hoshi here, Skylar 3-0 and 7, Octa 4-0 and 8, it's tough to deal with, like that kind of damage, because it's kind of like even if you try to get them down, you have to work through the passive, you have to work through a BMI and a wind of nature. Like there's so many things to fall through, not to mention get through that front line, right? The front line, not to mention the peels available with a Ruby or even a Fredrin, right? So this is going to be a Lord most likely going to the hands of Rrq once again, unless Burmese Ghouls can do something about it. But even Saksa just trying to get some of this vision.
Yeah.
Blink waiting patiently as well.
Jangan sampai kecolong, Irat. Gua percaya banget siapa retri Irat ya, guys ya.
Stitch positioning here is going to be crucial as they
Oh,
approach this,
Delar,
but right now,
Delarnya hampir mati, anjing.
taking a ton of damage. He's kind of out of the picture, so now the numbers in the advantage for Rrq.
Dan kita lihat terzoning sampai tidak bisa maju. Gila, guys. Penguasaan mapnya pun sangat-sangat rapi ya, guys ya. Gue berharap besok ketika Rrq ngelawan AP Brand pun juga bisa begini ya, guys ya. Besok Rrq dia bakal berhadapan dengan timnya Pak AP ya, guys ya. Bakal jadi match yang berat sih ini.
10.000 dari Gep, pesan Om Putin masih saudara deket kah bang?
Oh, nggak terlalu deket banget sih. Agak ngeri soalnya dikit-dikit di nuklir, Jok.
And you see how Skylar was chunking out real fast too. So at this point, everybody has everything that they got to the point that Irad's already
Ya, Irad mati dong.
damage gets dug in though.
Wow.
Oh, masih ada immortal. Cover langsung di cover sama
10.000
Brusco, anjir.
dari Agus Bebek, pesan
Wah, udah ada
BCT
Rotso sama Skylar ya, guys ya.
Still going. Lord's still going to be up here. They want all the kills before they end the game. It's a triple for Skylar, and they take the series in a sweep, sending Burmese Ghouls out of the tournament.
10.000 dari Samwan, pesan Okta biji mata kaki aja Ken.
Nice banget ya. Let's go, kita upload dulu ya, guys ya.